thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP. Hi, honey, we love you.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger. When you join a community that works together to lift each other up. A place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's realizing a busy life doesn't mean you have to give up on your lifelong dreams, or using music to do something more than just entertain, or combining your entrepreneurial spirit with your affection for the arts. The path you take is up to you, but you won't be alone. Along the way, you'll receive mentorship from faculty who take the time to understand you, whether it's staying after class to look over an assignment, or just hanging out during office hours. Your journey starts here, but the Drury experience goes beyond the boundaries of the classroom and around the world. So get outside your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, get loud, take center stage. Ask to have class outside just because you can. Fuse your brightest ideas with your best memories. And if you get knocked down, get back up. We'll be here for you. This is your journey. This is where you belong. Look around. This is where you become who you're meant to be.
Today will not be easy. But you did not choose the easy path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
You will be tested every minute that you are out there. And you will be better for it. We are
Drury! There's no time for fear in this room. When I look in your eyes, I see focus. I see intensity. I see an unrelenting desire to be unstoppable.
You have been waiting for this moment, and your moment is here. Who are we? We are Drury!
Who are we? We are Drury! Who are we? We are!
And live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is Drury Panther hockey as they take on, yes, the Panthers of Davenport. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson with you live from the Big Slice broadcast booth as these two teams meet for the first time here at Brightspeed Ice Park. And it is the Panthers versus the Panthers. There are a lot of history with the Davenport University Panthers. One of the coaches who we will talk about in just a moment, Paul Loudon, is here. He is kind of the headliner of the Panthers program, much like other headliners and head coach Jeremy Law. But we'll take a look at the pregame report, and we will go through all of this right now. As we take a look at the Drury Panthers, the Panthers ranked number 9. This is in the Division I preseason poll. The new poll is out in a couple of more weeks, gives the computer and the coaches kind of time to look at games and see what they think things should be ranked at. But right now, ranked number 9 in the preseason poll. Last weekend, they swept the University of Mary on September 20th and 21st. In Game 1, it was Ethan O'Rourke, Luke Aston, Lucas Ravenstein, Daniel Beaupre all had a goal each, and Joseph Kuchaslo stopped 29 of 30 in the big 4-1 victory. Game 2, that was a 4-2 win. Jamison St. Clair, Levi Brewer, Beaupre, and Malgarcha, they all had a goal each, and Kuchaslo stopping 37 of 39. Now, The Panthers come in at 6-0, much like the type of streak that they started last season with. Speaking of streaks, look at the streaks that players have. Daniel Beaupre, a 2-game goal-scoring streak. Jackson Truchon, a 4-game assist streak. Anmol Garcha, a 3-game point streak with a goal and make that 2 goals and an assist. Ethan O'Rourke, a 2-game assist streak. And Luke Aston, a 3-game point streak, a goal and 2 assists during that time. Let's look at the leading scorers for the Drury Panthers, at least the top 5 for this club. Luke Aston had an assist versus the University of Mary back on September 21st. I mentioned the point streak. Career points, 2 seasons, 20 goals, 27 assists. This season averaging 1.33 points per game with 8 points thus far this season. Second for the Drury Panthers, that is Daniel Beaupre. Had a goal versus Mary on September 20th and the 21st. That gives him his 2-game goal-scoring streak. Career points, 13 goals, 30 assists for him. 6 points this season, averaging 1.2 points per game. Third for the Panthers, that is KT Walters, 2-game assist streak. 2 goals versus Louisville on September 2nd. Career points, 18 goals, 16 assists, 6 points, 6 games, 1 point per game for KT. Fourth for the Panthers, that is Anmol Garcha, 3-game point streak. Goal versus the University of Mary back on September 21st, and 16 goals, 25 assists to his credit, averaging a little under a point a game, 5 points this season. Fifth for the Panthers, that is Jackson Truchon, with that 4-game assist streak I talked about. Had 2 assists versus the University of Mary on the 20th. Career points, well, he has 2 goals and 12 assists to his credit, averaging a point a game right now, 5 points in 5 games that he's played. Look at the goaltending crew for the Drury Panthers. That includes Joseph Kuchaslo, who is the starter tonight. In 5 games, he's 5-0 with a 1.4 goals against average and a .946 save percentage. Has a shutout to his credit. And Kuchaslo's also has a streak of no goals in 76 minutes, 17 seconds from last season. Joshua Robbins on the roster has not played a game thus far. Brett Sweet has played one, and he's 1-0 with a 2.0 goals against average. We'll look at the visitors and the Davenport Panthers. Finished number 34 in the Division I final rankings last season at 17-19. They lost 4-1 in the Great Lakes 6th tournament to Purdue Northwest. They've had 10 straight postseason appearances from the 2010-11 season to the 2021 season. They have also won a Division I national tournament. That was in 2011, and that was under Coach Phil Sweeney. We'll get down to the historical coaches in a moment, but they also come into the season at 1-0-1. They went against Northwood University September 19th and 20th. Game 1, a 2-1 overtime loss. Jake Alton had a shorthanded goal in that game, but it was Kyler Loudon stopping 42 of 44, although they did win, or excuse me, they did lose in overtime. A win, though, in Game 2, 4-3. 3 goals in the last 2 minutes and 53 seconds of the third sealed the deal. Brendan Bauer with 2 goals in a minute 54, and then Bronwyn Pollitt with a goal. And it was a big win for Davenport to get their first win this season. Kyler Loudon also stopping 19 of 22. This is a veteran team. They have 7 seniors and 1 grad student and 7 juniors on the team, along with 8 freshmen and 2 sophomores. And I mentioned the historical coaches. Phil Sweeney, phenomenal coach, 2011 to 2024. And, of course, this year it is Jerry Bultema. And for Jeremy Bultema, he's been around Davenport 16 years worth, but this is his first year as the Division I head coach. Phil Sweeney went on the road with him when we went to Europe during the ACHA All-Star traveling series. That was fun, 2009, 2010. Paul Loudon, also historical coach from 2002 to 2011. He also made the trip. He was one of the coaches that season for that All-Star team. We'll look now at the leaders for the Davenport Panthers. That includes Brendan Bauer with 3 points, averaging 1.5 points per game. Jake Alton with a point and a goal. Matthew Carlson, a goal. And we talked about Branwyn Pollitt getting the winner in the 4-3 win last weekend. He has a goal also. Ryan Blackburn with an assist, all averaging, at least the top 4 right there, averaging half a point a game. And 11 players this season have at least a point. We'll look at the goaltending. 3 goaltenders, Reed Ramsey, Paul Jarvis, and of course the starter, Kyler Loudon. He will start his 3rd straight game. Make that 1-0-1 as we talked about the record for the Panthers. And that is Kyler Loudon with a win and an overtime loss. The matchups for these two teams. Of course, the Panthers 6-0 of Drury. The Panthers of Davenport 1-0-1. Goals for, goals against, goal differential, and power play all go to the Drury Panthers. Panthers with a power play of 11.8%. Penalty kill, though, it does go to the Panthers as they've only allowed 1 of 9, 88.9%. That'll wrap things up for the matchup, and as we get ready to start this hockey game in the WSR pregame report, let's head on down to Kevin Klein, the public address announcer for the Drury Panthers.
With Snowdrop Foundation, a pediatric cancer nonprofit with chapters in Springfield, Houston, Texas, and Appleton, Wisconsin. The organization was created in 2006 by Drury alumna and DU hockey volunteer Trish Klein and her husband. The foundation supports various awareness campaigns, funds continued childhood cancer research, and provides college scholarships for current pediatric cancer patients and childhood cancer survivors. $1 million to awareness campaigns, $2.56 million for research, and $3.21 million for college scholarships, assisting 1,250 childhood cancer survivors in continuing their education. Tonight and tomorrow, you can help the Panthers support Snowdrop by visiting Trish Klein at the Snowdrop table on the concourse, where you can purchase $5 lucky tickets for your chance to win some hockey fan gear and Drury drinkware. Also, don't miss the silent auction featuring a limited edition custom Drury Hockey and Snowdrop Foundation jersey. The jersey was designed by Drury assistant coach Cliff Cook and brought to life by Alexander Embroidery. They featured the Drury Panthers logo and the DU logo, the Snowdrop logo, and the Childhood Cancer Awareness gold ribbon. The C on the front and the number 16 are tributes to the inspiration behind Snowdrop Foundation. In 2015, Chelsea Campbell was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer and given a 10% chance to live another 6 months to celebrate her 16th birthday. Chelsea defied those odds, celebrated her 16th birthday on June 11, 2006, and saw the creation of Snowdrop Foundation, the 16th birthday gift the Kleins presented to her. The C on the front represents Chelsea, and 16 is the age at which she gained her angel's wings, having died on December 9th, 2006. Jersey and lucky ticket winners will be announced during the second period intermission of tomorrow's game, and you don't have to be present to win. So please, bid and buy your lucky tickets and support these worthy children. To learn more about Snowdrop Foundation, please visit snowdropfoundation.org. Thank you. Tonight's regular season ACHA Division I matchup features the visiting Davenport University Panthers. And your Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper and clock operator is Ryan Robb. Tonight's officials, referees Mark Marzola and Justin Albright. Linesmen Griffin Green and Matt Wells. Penalty box officials Paul Higdon and Danny McIntyre. The broadcast team for Web Sports Radio is Steve Casson and Scott Lutsky. Our music director is the maven of the music, Jaden Robb. Now, let's meet tonight's lineups. First, for the visiting Davenport University Panthers. At left wing, number 25, Tony Kaufman. At right wing, number 27, Harrison Follett. Center, number 24, Jake Alton. Left defense, number 2, Tabor Gutschik. Right defense, number 14, Branwyn Pollitt. Goalie, number 38, Kyler Loudon. The head coach is Jeremy Bultema, assistant coach Shane Haggerty.
Who is that? Who's in there?
Hello, Davenport. We're both DU. We're both Panthers. We're both red and white. That's where the similarities end, because you're about to lose. We're about to win. Let's play a game.
And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starting six for your Drury University Panthers! At left wing, a sophomore from Armstrong, British Columbia, Canada, number 81, Devin Jameson. At right wing, a sophomore from Salmon Arm, British Columbia, Canada, number 29, Matthew Johnston. At center, a junior from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada, number 19, the captain, K.T. Walters. At left defense, a freshman from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, number 44, GSP Grady Sterling Ponick. At right defense, a sophomore from St. Albert, British Columbia, Canada, number 22, Lucas Adonik. And in goal, a sophomore from Mission, British Columbia, Canada, number 30, Joe Kuchaslo. The Panthers are led by head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. The Panthers athletic trainer is Sarah Robinson, and strength coach is Corey Roy. Skating with the Drury starters are 10-year-olds Riker Barnett, a player for the Pee Wee Springfield Spirit, and Easton Herman, a player for the Squirt Springfield Spirit. After learning that this is Childhood Cancer Awareness Weekend, Riker and Easton asked if they could skate tonight in honor of their friend and Ozark Middle School classmate, 11-year-old Connor Barnes, who just last month was diagnosed with cancer. Let's hear some Panthers noise for Riker, Easton, and Connor, who couldn't be here tonight because he is currently in the hospital undergoing treatment. Thank you, boys. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, we ask you to continue standing. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem. Looks like they still have more going on at center ice. Let's rejoin Kevin Klein.
Tonight, we welcome Willard native Joey Benjamin. In January 2016, at the age of 8, Joey underwent an MRI that revealed a grapefruit-sized mass in his facial region. A biopsy of the right tonsil was promptly scheduled. The results confirmed a diagnosis of stage 3 embryonorhabdomyosarcoma, a rare and aggressive soft tissue cancer. Further testing revealed that the cancer had metastasized to Joseph's left hip, indicating advanced disease at the time of diagnosis. After 408 chemotherapy infusions and 33 rounds of radiation, Joey rang his end-of-treatment bell on July 6, 2017. Earlier this year, Joey graduated from Willard High School. In June, he received a college scholarship from Snowdrop Foundation and is currently enrolled at OTC following his passion, pursuing a degree in culinary arts. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for childhood cancer survivor and Snowdrop Foundation scholarship recipient, Joey Benjamin.
Fantastic way to support children here tonight. We are ready for period number 1 between the Panthers and the Panthers, so we know the Panthers will win tonight. Drury skating left to right, Davenport right to left. Quickly the puck is flipped up into the Davenport bench. So we'll get things started all again, just 5 seconds into this period. Panthers with Joseph Kuchaslo in net, 1.40 goals against average, .946 save percentage. Kyler Loudon, the junior out of Grand Rapids, he is 1-0-1 with a 2.44 goals against average, a .924 save percentage. Panthers bring it in, dropped by Devin, that is, Jamison, spinning all the way around. It'll get to Peter Stojevski, and we get the first stoppage in play here as Loudon will make the save there. 19:37 to go in this first period. Scott, a little programming note. Cliff Cook is our guest. We went very long. We'll have to get into that interview very quickly. Drive comes in from up top, and it will be a shot by Grady Sterling-Ponick, held onto by Loudon. That'll be our first period intermission. Assistant coach Cliff Cook of the Drury Panthers, and the goaltender Joseph Kuchaslo for period number 2. And I did have a chance to talk to, another shot comes in, Loudon, he'll make a save, to Kyler Loudon's dad and Paul Loudon, and he's supposed to stop by here. Maybe we'll chit-chat with him about the Drury Panthers and his job as athletic director. Bauer has it, and Brendan will send it all the way down. It deflects, and here come the Panthers. Chasing it is Grady Sterling-Ponick. 1 goal, 3 assists for him this season. Panthers have it at center, and they'll backhand it in, go for a line change. Walters will send it in, captain of the Panthers. Back down below, waiting to get something established, is Brian Finland. Finland this season with an assist. Got that against Norwood September 19th. His first career assist with the Davenport Panthers. Now behind the net. Here is a shot that comes up right into the glove of Kuchaslo as Dylan Jopi got the drive. And Kuchaslo reacted after it was in his glove. I don't think he saw that one. Draw one taken by the Panthers. 2-on-2 into the zone. Good deflection. Zach Schneider, who's wearing number 4 tonight. He'll be wearing, in fact, all weekend. Puck is taken away and cleared and sent back down. Icing as it is the linesman, Matt Wells, to call the icing. Or is that? No, that's Griffin Green. The officials tonight, Mark Marzola, Justin Albright, they are the referees. Matt Wells, Griffin Green, they are the linesmen. Panthers win the draw. Davidson up top, gets it to Ravenstein with a drive, and it's stuck into the near side corner. The rebound off the boards by Brewer is held onto by Loudon. Third shot now for the Panthers. Davenport with their jerseys adorned with the words Panthers on it. Drury with their logo. And it's a Panther over the Drury words. Puck to the point, cleared out, taken by Liam Bland. But the Panthers return the favor and grab it. Beaupre, he'll drop it down in low. Beaupre lost it, taken away by Drury. They have it on the left side. Drive it down in low for Beaupre. He'll work it to the corner at the half boards. It's out to center, and it will be retrieved by Brewer. Quickly, the Panthers get it up. Touch pass. Makes it to Jared Gale. He'll drive it in, and Drury with a line change. Davenport had it for a moment, did the captain of the Panthers. Paulette had it. Goes off of his sticks and all the way down to the Panthers' end of the ice. Near side board, 17-16 to go in the period. Puck's in all the way back into the Davenport zone for another icing. 17-12 remains in the period. Icing will bring it back into the Drury end of the ice. Joseph Kuchazla won his last two games that he played. They were against the University of Mary. The 4-1 win and the 4-3 victory. Take it back, that was 4-2 on September 27th. He stopped 37 of 39 in that. Puck's on all the way down. Loudon will come out. He'll look for the clear. Makes its way to Matthew Carlson. Carlson, third in scoring, had a goal against Norwood on September 20th. Going to get a penalty coming up. It's behind the play. Panthers touch up. It goes against Drury. It's a tripping call. First chance to see Davenport on the power play. 12.5% there, 1 for 8 with the man advantage. This goes against Jamison St. Clair.
Drury penalty to number 7, Jamison St. Clair. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 3:16. St. Clair, 2-minute minor for tripping at 3:16.
Davenport. Tabor Gutschik, he'll have possession. Drops it off to Peter Stojewski into the corner. Panthers do get a clear, though, and sent down for Loudon to handle. Here is Jack Kelly. Has some room left side. Spun all the way around to the far boards. Ravenstein is there. He returns the favor. Does not clear. Now finally the Panthers get a chance to clear, and it's Levi Brewer. Now Luke Mikola. He'll send it down in low. Brewer is there. He'll tie the puck up. 54 seconds remaining in the power play. Up the middle. Work behind for Ravenstein and sent all the way down with 45 seconds remaining. Paulette, who has a goal this season, the senior out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, into the zone. Now looking through is Bradburn. 25 seconds remaining in the power play. Panthers do steal, and they do clear. Puck goes over the head of Jackson Truchon and all the way down. May have been 27. Tegan Newman, not 71. We get a whistle, stoppage and play, and I think there's going to be too many men. Penalty for too many men against Davenport. So in 3 seconds, the Panthers will go on the power play. Harrison Follett will come in to serve. So Panthers in 2 seconds, now they're on the power play.
A 2-minute minor for too many men on the ice. Time of the penalty, 5:13. Serving the penalty, number 27, Harrison Follett.
So a power play for the Panthers now. That's one of the things we'll talk with assistant coach Cliff Cook about, is the power play and just trying to improve for this season. Drive comes in, saved by Loudon on the shot by Sadownik. The only goals that have come on the power play, Taylor Haggerty has one, and Grady Sterling Ponick also has one, along with Daniel Beaupre. So just 3 for the Panthers. 3 for 23, 13%. Panthers have it again, down low to Walters. Up top to Sadownik. Drive that's blocked partially in front. To the point, it's cleared out to center. 1:13 remaining for Drury. They bring it across the line. Left side works to the right side with a drive, and Walters missed. Chipped down and low by Anmol Garcha. Gets it over to the right side. Trying to work it around Bradburn, does Garcha. Now Davidson up top. Penalty, or no, net dislodged. So the official had his arm up, Mark Marzola, but it was for the net being dislodged. For many years, it has been the drill into the ice with the rubber post. Those are no longer happening. It's the little pegs. We're going to see a lot of that this season. Panthers win the draw again, 39 seconds remaining. Gale with it right on the doorstep. The rebound out in front, and Beaupre could not get it past the goal stick of Loudon. He was able to clear it through the crease, and Beaupre snake bit there. Panthers quickly bring it across the line with 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Near side boards. Gutchicks, can he clear? Yes, well, at least he got it to Jake Alton, who gets it out. Regroup by Davenport. Sent down into the Drury end with 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Shot 6-2 Davenport, no, 6 through Drury are the shots, 6-2 that is. Far side, we're back to 5-on-5. Around Francis Young-Menard on defense right now to the near side. It'll go to Branwen Pollitt. Returned back by the Panthers. Drury, that is. And cleared out to center for Ravenstein. Tip ahead from Boucher. Newcomer Nolan Boucher has an assist, the freshman from Langley, British Columbia, Canada. Now Bauer to steal over to Kelly. They'll have it down the middle. Kelly for Davenport. His centering pass did not make it to McLaughlin. And now down low along the Drury goal line. Chasing in it, several. Bauer's there. McLaughlin is there for Davenport. Levi Brewer trying to push it for Drury. Taken by Boucher. Now the Panthers have possession. Across the line. Goes to the goal line. Still nobody's puck. Sent on a backhand by Tegan Newman. Nothing there except for Panthers. Davenport, that is. Taken away by Drury. Here's St. Clair. He'll drop it down in low with a drive and a save by Loudon. Line change finishes for Davenport. Here comes Ryder McMillan. And drop it behind the net where the Panthers of Drury will have it. 11:06 to go. No score and shot 7-2 in favor of Drury. Play at the Drury line. Pass gets deflected away. Behind Tyson, that is, Horiachka, another new player for the Panthers. 2 goals, 2 assists for him this season. Horiachka does not have any points in a couple of games, though. 10:26 remains. Make that the other 7. Mikkola with a drive in that missed wide. Now here's a blast in, also missing wide to the left by Felton. Or, excuse me, that's Brian Fenlon. Puck flipped down. Panthers will have it. Jamison. Underneath the stick of Brewer, he has to chase. Picked up, shot by Kaufman wide. Now Jamison gives up the puck. 9:39 to go in the period. Behind the net to Ravenstein. Panthers now with Jamison. They connect on the left circle to Walters. He gets tied up there. Jopi with it for Davenport. He gets it across center. Sends it in on a fly. Kicked into the corner by Kuchaslo with 9:04 remaining in the period. Panthers. Outlet pass goes off of Jared Gale's stick and sent down. Line change for the Panthers. Jared Gale had an assist against University of Mary. 11 goals, 16 assists for Jared Gale. Kind of one of those sleeper players. Whistle, stoppage, and play with 8:48 to go in the period. Play is underway right in front of the Panthers bench. Sterling Ponick. Puck comes up the middle. Beaupre tried to move it through. Now Bradburn. Over to the left side. Kept in by Sterling Ponick. Dropped down in low. Once again, it's Mikkola. Sends it over to the far side. And out to center. Here come the Panthers. That's Drury Panthers. Beaupre out in front to Gale with a save. Rebound loose on the doorstep. Oh, what a save. McLaughlin got his stick down. The puck was headed towards the line, and McLaughlin had its stick down, and he pushed it out of the crease. It was going into the goal. The goalie's best friend, not only is it the post, but it's your defenseman or the player that is playing as a defenseman. The graduate student out of Phelpson, Ontario. It's kept it a 0-0 game. Somebody lost their stick picking it up for the Panthers is St. Clair. Lead pass connects with Kelly. He drives in and it goes wide to the left side. Out to center. Puck down now to Nolan Bosher. Looking to Truchon. Off a Truchon stick. He gets it back. Panthers across the line. Left side and a drive that comes in by St. Clair, but now Truchon, he gets a little bit rough with Gutschik, and do we get them both? I think both are going to go. Yep, the official says both will go. After the good save out in front by Loudon. We'll skate 5-on-5, I believe. Loudon has yet to make it in, or Loudon. Well, they're going to put them both on the board, so we'll skate 4-on-4. Or do we only get one then? There's only one on the board right now. Is this a... Yeah, it's...
To number 2, Tabor Gutschik. 2-minute minor for roughing. Time of the penalty, 12:47. Gutschik, 2-minute minor for roughing at 12:47.
So the Panthers are on the power play. I thought for sure they would get them both. Here come Drury across the line. Chance to take the lead. Ponick with a pass that missed. Or that's actually Anmal Garcha with a pass that missed. Now to Walters. Cross over to Garcha off the boards. He works with Sadownik. Drive on the right side. Missed by Walters. Walters with it again. Power play for 116. Puck gets deflected up and out of play on Sadownik's drive. Face-off will stay in the Davenport zone. Blackburn in to take the draw for Drury. It'll be Beaupre. Panthers win it. That's been the key thus far. Down in low. Gale. Aston up top. Now left side drive, score! Francis Young-Menard will get the goal. And Drury moved it very well. It's a power play goal. 1-0 Panthers. Francis Young-Menard will get his second goal of the season and first power play goal. So the Panthers are 1 for 2 with the man advantage.
Goal! A power play goal! Score by number 13, Francis Young-Menard! Assisted on the play by number 44, Grady Sterling Ponick. And number 18, Luke Aston. Time of the goal, 13:45. Young-Menard, his second of the season. From Sterling Ponick and Aston at 13:45.
So on their 10th shot, the Panthers take a 1-0 lead. Behind the Davenport net now. Panthers will steal, though. Down into the half boards. On the ice, trying to push it through, is Tegan Newman. Far side. Now here come Davenport with Brendan Bauer. Had trouble with it, sends it down. Line change for Davenport. Russell Kosick on the ice now for the Drury Panthers. 3 assists for him this season. Kosick, 3 points in 5 games. Off the boards. Fenlon will be able to clear, but the Panthers return the favor. Fenlon got his first career assist with Davenport back on September 19th against Norwood. Panthers still having trouble. At the line, Carlson sent it in. But the Panthers are able to clear. Drury, that is. 4:29 remains. In a 1-0 lead for Drury. We're going to get a penalty coming up against Drury. It's a holding call. Power play number 2 for Davenport and a chance to tie the game. See it right about there. I'll tell you what, didn't look like much of a hold. Into the box will be Ravenstein. 2 penalties, 4 minutes.
Drury penalty to number 6, Lucas Ravenstein. 2-minute minor for interference. Time of the penalty, 15:39. Ravenstein, 2-minute minor for interference at 15:39.
Well, the official indicated hold, but interference works. That's really what it was. Stojevski with it. Now to Bauer. Across the line. Panthers are able to clear of Drury, and they send it down. 1:24 remains. Coming up, first period intermission will be Cliff Cook, assistant coach of the Drury Panthers, and we will need to get into that very quickly as it's about 16 minutes worth of an interview. It's my fault for asking a final question when I shouldn't have. Paulette. Bradburn. Near side to Nicola. Offside will be the call. 40 seconds remaining in the power play. Shots still remain 10-6. After the last goal, which came at 13:45, so it's been a few minutes since anybody's put anything on the net. They're offside again, are the Panthers of Davenport. .28 seconds remains in the power play. Drury with the draw win, and they'll send it down. These same two teams tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll have it for you right here on WSR. WSRlive.com is the address on the web. Gutchick with it. Senior out of Colorado Springs. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Kuchaslo with a save. The rebound into the corner. That is the first shot in a while for either team. Up the middle. Gutchick with it. Drive comes through. It's blocked out in front. Shoveled into the corner. Panthers will have it. Drury do get the puck in with 1:58 remaining. Now to Beaupre, who steals up the middle. A drive by Gale, and it gets deflected into the corner right. Right side, that is. Now cleared by Davenport. Taken by Bauer. Intercepted by Drury. Returned back into the Drury zone. Saved by Kuchaslo, and the shot is covered up once again. The initial shot by Ryan Blackburn. 1:36 to go in the period. Power play at 13:45 Drury. Francis Young-Menard with his second. Grady Sterling Punick, that is, with the assist. Aston also gets an assist. Behind the Davenport net. Fenlon able to shovel it over, cleared by Bradburn, but taken by the Panthers of Drury. Centering pass comes right up the middle, underneath Ravenstein. That is going to be a hand pass. It went off of Garcha, and Ravenstein played it. Now Blackburn not happy with Ravenstein. Officials break that up. Face-off outside the Davenport zone.
1 minute remaining in the first period. 1 minute remaining.
Panthers with control. Drury, that is. A shot that comes through. Rebound by Garcha. Blocked in front. Gutschik, that is. Near sideboards. McMillan tried to push it through. Gutschik with it. Taken by Aston, who steals for Drury. 33 seconds remains. Aston trying to shovel it through. 24 to go. Puck's in all the way down. This, no icing. Quickly, Drury with 14 seconds. Thinking better of it was Garcha. Now he'll send it in. Racing down is Ravenstein. 5 seconds. Jamison with a shot. Ravenstein up top. That'll do it for the period. Shots on goal. Panthers with 11. So we'll listen to the
At the 3:16
recap.
mark, a penalty on Drury. 2-minute minor for tripping, going to number 7, Jamison St. Clair. At 5:13.
While he's recapping the penalties, we'll go with the goal here. 13:45 power play. Francis Young-Menard is second. Grady Sterling Ponick, and then Aston with the assist to make it 1-0. Shots 11 put on Kyler Loudon, 9 put on Joe Kuchaslo, and that is where we stand right now. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to the assistant coach of the Drury Panthers, Cliff Cook, in a moment.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Steve Casson now with the assistant coach of the Drury Panthers and Cliff Cook. And Cliff, it seems like kind of a repeat of last year. You're already 6-0. Last season we know about the two streaks that they had, the Drury Panthers did. The difference is last year, kind of a new team, maybe this new shine to it, and now all of a sudden it's rubbed off and it looks even shinier than ever, right?
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit over the last few weeks. The one nice thing about where we are right now is we're about where we were halfway through last season. So we're at a good starting point for sure. There's a lot of getting to know, well, not really getting to know the guys last year because a lot of them, as we've well documented, had played together or against each other up in Canada, up in the KIJHL specifically. But, it was still a feeling out process. We were a very young team. We're still a very young team. But the veterans that are here now know what to expect, and that's helped for sure. And we're happy with the start, but there's still a lot of work to do for sure.
This is a team, as I mentioned, 6-0 coming into this weekend. 29 goals for 9 against. 9 against, yeah. Sorry, so a plus 20 on that. You're 4-0 at home, which is a good thing. 2-0 on the road. Now I know secretly maybe you kind of hark back to, okay, we're winning, everything's good. But how do we keep the mindset to continue to push forward and not take anything for granted?
Well, again, one of the nice things about this group is we have up and down the lineup high hockey IQs, so they also understand we're a long way from playing our best hockey. 6-0 is great. We're not going to argue that whatsoever. But we haven't played our best hockey yet, and the guys know that. That was proven even this past weekend up at UMary. The Sunday game, our second period was just terrible, and they know it. And we had to, come back. It was a tie game after 2, and so we had to kind of wake up again in the third and play better than we had. So these guys know we have lofty goals, we have high expectations, and that's not just coming from Jeremy and I. That's the players themselves. So they're not satisfied. 6-0 is great as far as the standings as far as when the rankings start coming out for real in about a month or so when the computer kicks in. But as far as where we are as a team, we're working hard.
Last year, penalty kill was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think you ended up about 94% on the penalty kill.
Yeah, we were about, I don't know, a tenth of a point behind Adrian. So it was kind of a bummer. We were leading the country all year towards kind of the end of the season, and we ended up second, which, that was a bit of a bummer. But the one thing, it might be what your next question is we still got to figure out is that power play, because it's just still not clicking.
Yeah, that is the biggest key right now. 11.8%, 2 for 17 at this point.
Yeah, we and it wasn't the greatest last year either. At the national tournament, it was very good. In fact, I think we had one of the best in our 3 games. Had one of the best power play units at the tournament, but hasn't carried over. We hoped that it would, but it hasn't. Jeremy and I are still a little baffled. There's so much talent on this team. We haven't quite figured out what we're missing, other than maybe just kind of simplifying things and not trying to get too complicated. But it's definitely a work in progress. We worked on it for a majority of today's practice, in fact, and we'll just see. It's at some point, hopefully the floodgates open. Maybe we just need one good game, where we're going 3 for 4 or something, and that'll be the wake-up call that we need to kind of get it going. But right now, it's just not clicking.
Is it fair to say maybe getting established? I know that in a couple of games, especially this season, where it takes 30 seconds to get established, and by that time, and it only takes a couple seconds to get a goal. But that's just my.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that's really the case, because once we're in the zone, we're fine. The big key for us is the net front presence, getting pucks through. When we played Louisville a couple weeks ago, they blocked everything. We probably had over 100 shot attempts each game, but they blocked 30, 40 of them. So even though we had a pretty healthy shot discrepancy on the scoreboard, we had more than that. So part of it is just getting pucks through, and then getting just the dirty, grimy, ugly goals in front of the net, and stop trying to be so pretty about it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that when it's working, it works, and we have seen some pretty goals from this Panthers club.
And that's the thing right now. Even when we're not successful at the moment, it looks pretty. We're moving the puck well. It's just staying on the perimeter. We're not getting interior and getting pucks through. So
the other thing too is goaltending. It's the same 3 from last year.
Yep.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yep.
Joe Kachaslo has kind of been the anointed number 1 right now. But regardless, how important is it to have 3 goaltenders, number 1, and number 2, that any of them can play and still gives you that potential for the W?
Yeah, no, we're in a good position with our netminders for sure. We're confident we can win games no matter who's in net. Obviously Joe's kind of the guy at this point, and Brett Sweet is fully capable of going and winning games, and Josh is the veteran. He's the senior. So, when he gets an opportunity, we're confident he can win some games for us as well. But Joe, is I've said it many times now. I truly believe, bias aside, Joe is one of, if not the top goaltender in the country, and he's proven that over and over again. He's just a stabilizing force, as Sweet is when he's back there, and as Josh has proven to be in the past as well.
Yeah, last year he did not give up a goal in 76 minutes, 17 seconds. So that's going to help give you some potential for wins.
Yeah, and even that Sunday game up at U-Mary when we had a terrible second period, the 2 goals that they scored were not on him. One was a beautiful tip, and one was just kind of a fluky thing. He gives us every opportunity. They all do. Anytime, no matter who's in net, but Joe in particular, and if he's in net, we've got it's up to us in front to win the game, because he's going to give us every chance to.
I joke, but it's probably 98% Canadian. You only have 2 guys that are not from
3
Canada.
if you want to count me.
Well, yeah, but you don't play.
No, God, no. No, those days are long gone. This body couldn't handle that.
But seriously, obviously, And a lot of them have played together, or at least have known each other in specific leagues. So that's got to be a positive, especially not only recruiting-wise, but just being able to gel so quickly.
It happens fast. Jeremy and I talked about it a few times already. Even that very first weekend against UCO, one of the relatively simple things that you don't necessarily think of right away was face-off plays. Usually those take forever to kind of get in. Week one, not just because of the veterans coming back, because guys had worked together before, even our new guys coming in. Simple things as a face-off play just seemed to work right away. They were clicking right off the bat. But the other thing it's actually provided to, and this was a key in kind of the second intermission talk, I keep going back to that Sunday game because that was our first kind of adversity we faced this year. That whole weekend was really, because UMary is a great program. But it was reminding the guys after that kind of off second period where they were even getting on each other's case a little bit, like, hey, as coaches, we don't, we're fortunate enough with this group, and we don't always have this, to have such a tight-knit group. The guys all like each other. We don't have the little cliques in the locker room that you can get sometimes, and that may still happen. Hopefully not. As of right now, it doesn't look like it will. But I had to remind the guys, hey, we're all in this together. Come together again as a group, fight for each other, and put in the effort for each other. And we did that in the third period. And as long as we can continue to do that as we move along here, we're going to be in good shape.
You mentioned that you're just starting to get going. This is not the end of this team and the level that they can reach. So what right now do you have to, or what is your next step that you want to get to?
Playing a full 60 minutes is always key. We still have not done that through any of the 6 games. We talked about the power play. Obviously, that's going to be huge, especially in this league where penalties can be plentiful at times, and including in this arena, as we know.
Yep.
So we've got to get that figured out for sure real quick. But it's just really, there's nothing other than those 2 things. There's nothing real specific. It's just kind of building upon what we already have going, and just getting better every day we step on the ice, as cliche as that sounds.
One of the guys who we talked to earlier, Daniel Beaupre, already has 4 goals to his credit.
Yeah, 4 goals to his credit, and that's with us having him sit a game, because the previous game he wasn't quite himself, so we gave him a night off, which he wasn't happy about, understandably, but sometimes you need a little kick, and that little kick really got him going, and he's played great. He's a heck of a hockey player. I don't suspect we're going to have to sit him in the stands any more than that one game, but we'll see how the season goes. But he's a goal scorer. We've got a lot of those, but he's one of those that's kind of a natural goal scorer, which are always nice to have.
One of the guys, new guy, Tyson Horiachka, already has 2 goals, 2 assists. I mean, you on the recruiting trail, obviously you're looking at goal scorers, but did you think that they were going to gel this quickly?
I did. I think Jeremy would agree with that, again, because it goes back to, not only do we have a lot of guys from the KIJHL, we have a lot of guys from the same 2 teams with Princeton and Revelstoke. So, again, a lot of guys that have got experience playing together, and then even or against each other, especially those 2 teams played each other a lot. So all those guys knew each other really well. So, no, I wasn't surprised. Tyson's a prime example of the kind of player you just love to have. He's the definition of a 200-foot player. Very, very poised defensively and can put the puck in the net. Several players with streaks, which means they're getting on the board continually. You kind of shook your head. That doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't. Because I think what I like even more so than a streak, streaks are great, don't get me wrong, but if you look down the lineup, how many people have contributed? Sure. That's huge. And as the guy that runs the D, I'm very excited that, in 6 games we've already got goals from 5 defensemen, 6 goals from 5 defensemen. So that's, when you're getting that kind of production, a goal a game from a defenseman, that only helps along the way for sure. So it's how many guys we've got, who've been producing. I think we're up to double digits with goal scorers, and definitely well into nearly everybody's got at least a point at this point. So, yeah, that depth is what's bigger for me than someone's point streak. Now, if a guy wants to go on a run and score every game, I'm not going to argue. But yeah, I like the depth that we have and everybody contributing. And you can argue 2 ways. If you have defensemen with a lot of assists,
Maybe pucks are getting tipped, so
Yeah.
they're getting the shots.
Yeah.
It's coming through. You're getting guys in front of the net, kind of a thing.
Yeah, and it's been a focus for us early on here is more defensemen shooting to score. It's not holding the puck, looking to make a play, and now if the play's there, great. But you'll see, and we had long talks about this against Louisville because they were blocking so many shots, was how to get pucks off quicker than they're even used to, and it paid off. I mean, Lucas Ravenstein had a prime example of that up at UMary, a great goal, just didn't settle it down anything. Puck came off the wall, and he just one touch, and it's in the net. So,
assistant coach Cliff Cook joining us of the Drury Panthers. This is your third year. Same with Jeremy. What do you like about this club now? And how do I say this? When I say what do you like about this club now, that from that first time, I guess what I'm looking at is just in general the makeup of the team and what you've seen it grow over the last 3 years.
I've kind of said it already, and that's just the cohesion of this group. You know, that first year we had a lot of great guys, but it was admittedly a little sloppy. You know, playing at the D2 level didn't help because you're getting one night, you know, kind of a garbage team you're playing against, and that's just the brutal truth of it.
Sure.
And then the next night you've got a great team because that's how Division II is. There's no real in between. You're either getting really talented teams or just beer leagues, basically. And so it was a little discombobulated at times that first year, and then last year it started to come together. Obviously, you know, we got to jump up to D1, which was the goal. Had a phenomenal season, making it to the quarterfinals in year one. You know, those were my first wins at Nationals. Jeremy had obviously done that, but in the time he and I were at Missouri State, never won a game at Nationals while I was there. He had prior. So getting a couple wins last year, and especially that Utah one, was special. So it's the cohesion, and things seem to be we're settled in now. It's not the starting a program kind of nonsense you have to go through. We're kind of settled in. There's still a lot that goes on. We have tons of fundraising to do, but other than that, I just like the group of guys we have.
Well, this is a team right now that is 6-0 as they continue ranked number 9 in the preseason poll, as you mentioned, Cliff. They will come out here in the next 3 or 4 weeks with actual poll. They've got to get the numbers under their belt and everything like that.
Yeah, I think the next, there's 3 more voted polls from the coaches, which are always a little sketchy, as you know, because of the 83 teams I think that now exist in D1. I'll be surprised if there's even half of those that vote. Probably going to be less than half. So take that with a grain of salt. But I think the next one of those comes out in 2 weeks. Yeah. And then so there'll be 3 of those consecutively, and then the computer kicks in, and that's the one that matters.
Cliff Cook, head coach. No, I called you head coach. Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah, sorry, Jeremy.
Sorry.
And sorry, Cliff Cook, as we are underway in period number 2. Told you it was a long interview. Here we are as the Drury Panthers skate from the right to the left, and the Davenport Panthers from the left to the right. Davenport with possession. Goes off of the stick of Robert McLaughlin. Panthers intercept do the Drury Panthers, and the same number 81, Devin Jamison, will send it ahead. Drury with it. Now Davenport across the line. First shot just missed as Matthew Carlson had Kachaslo leaning just a little bit. Panthers trying to get it out of harm's way, and they will. Behind his own net, Lucas Sadownik, a goal and 2 assists this season for him. If you haven't been tuning into Drury Panthers hockey lately, this team is 98% Canadian. At least they're all from there. Just 2 players are from the United States. Here come the Panthers. Aston. Drury, that is. Aston left side. Aston toe drag. Could not pick it up. The shot comes in from Kosek. 18:23 to go in the period. Behind his net was Horiachka. Or behind the net. Gets cleared down, and the Panthers will start it all over with Aston. Lead pass, right side. Garcha has some room. Tried to center it through, and also as he tried to get around the stick check of Jopi, it's cleared out. We get a whistle, stoppage and play for, I believe, offside. $17:56 to go in the period. Face off outside the zone. Koryachka wins it. Panthers send it in. Drury, that is. At the half boards for Aston. Right side now. Brewer, drive in. Blocked. Brewer again. Instead, he'll go down low. Koryachka out of Sherwood Park, Alberta. The only players not from Canada, Jamison St. Clair out of Atkin, Minnesota. And then they have a Farmington Hills, Michigan product and Jackson Truchon. That's it. Here's a Brewer drive, score! Just an innocent little shot by Levi Brewer. And that's his third goal of the season. It's 2-0 Drury. See if we can see that one again, Scott. But Brewer, now our replay system is not happy tonight.
Third of the season, scored by number 4, Levi Brewer. Assisted on the play by number 18, Luke Aston. Time of the goal, 2:48. Brewer, his third of the season from Aston at 2:48.
So the Panthers have a 2-0 lead. Puck is chipped down in low. Gale is there trying to work it. Taken away by Martinelli and flipped up out. Here come the Panthers. They have a 2-on-1, leading it possibly a 2-on-2. Right out in front, they score! Tipped in by Joe Davidson. It was a 2-on-1 that was in reality a 2-on-0 because they had beat the defender. Finally, when he got back, the pass came over to Davidson, and he puts it past Loudon. This one at 3:30. Here in the second period.
Drury goal, his first of the season, scored by number 39, Joe Davidson. Assisted on the play by number 8, Daniel Beaupre. Time of the goal, 3:30.
So a 3-0 lead for the Panthers. That goal came 42 seconds later. So the Panthers with a couple of quick ones, and now coming back, Francis Young-Menard. Good play there as he tried to keep Bauer from getting position. Now the Panthers once again. Truchon looking for a tip in front, didn't happen. Sent down in low, 15:30 to go in the period. 2 quick goals by Drury. And they now have a 3-0 lead. Far side, Boucher. Now taken by Davenport. Sent in by Zach Schneider out of Caledonia, Michigan. .56 remains here in period number 2. Back in the Panthers zone. Davenport with a full sail change. Now Drury. Jamison. Brewer. Tried to hit Aston or make that KT Walters. Missed him. Now Davenport in their own zone. They do clear it as much as the red line goes. And Blackburn over to Finland. And back out for Drury to set it up. Sterling Ponick. Puck just sitting there at center and spun around by Blackburn and sent down in. Kuchaslo to the far side. Look behind the net for Sterling Ponick. Now Walters. KT this season, 2-game assist streak. His third in scoring. Coming into today's game, things will change obviously. 13:34 remaining in the period. Here's Jake Alton looking for a centering pass to try to get it out, and it does deflect out to center. So Drury back at their own net. 2:48. Brewer his third. 3:30. Davidson his first. Kosek not able to clear. Finally out to center for Finland. Sent in. Kuchaslo will steer it aside on the drive by Anthony Kaufman. Here come the Panthers. Garcha. Hanmal will send it in. Garcha right now on a 3-game point streak coming into today's game. Now here's Gale. Panthers will commence a change. 12:18 to go in the period. Panthers keep. Davidson, first goal of the game earlier, or first goal of his season, that is, earlier. Not the first of the game. We're at 3-0 in favor of Drury. Gale to Francis Young-Menard, who did get the first goal of the game, a power play goal. That one came in the first period, 45. We get a whistle, stoppage and play. 5:50 to go, make that 11:50 to go in the period. Faceoff comes outside the zone. Faceoff as Gale tried to win it from Carlson. Puck comes down for the Panthers in their own zone. It's actually Kelly, number 9, who has the puck now. Paulette. Connect at center, made it to Kelly. That's as far as it goes, as Drury will return back down as it's Daniel Beaupre. Up top. Sent over to left side, drive by Ravenstein. Steered into the corner. Now Brewer. Blocked. At the side of the net, whistle, stoppage and play. 11:03 to go in the period. Second period intermission guest, Joe Kuchaslo, goaltender. We'll talk to him. Drive in. Steered aside. Newman got that drive. No, that was Sedownik, 22. Puck flipped out to center. Sterling Ponick connects with Jamison St. Clair. He has trouble at the line. And driven down now for Gutchick. Panthers steal. We get a whistle. Right on the steal because of a hand pass. 10:24 to go. Whistle, stoppage and play. Shots, we came in at 11-9 in favor of Davenport. We're now at 19-10. That favors Drury. Ponick didn't clear. McMullen's pass. It's broken up. Panthers have numbers if they hurry. They bring it across the line. A drive in is held on to as St. Clair got that. Now in is Newman. .10:01 remains in the period. Penalty coming up. Jamison St. Clair will go into the box. Power play number 3 for Davenport. Second penalty for him. 3 penalties, 6 minutes for the Panthers. 2 penalties, 4 minutes for the Davenport Panthers.
Time of the penalty, 9:59. St. Clair, 2-minute minor for roughing at 9:59.
So here come the Davenport Panthers. A drive, sails high by McMillan. Up top again, this to Gutchick. Now right side, work to Kelly. Kelly gets checked at the half boards by Aston of Drury. Kelly calling for it again. Swung around by Bauer. He gets it up front. Drive-in save, Kuchaslo. And Stojevski with a good shot. Kuchaslo with an even better save. Puck is cleared. Loudon could not clear the puck. Kept in by the Panthers' Gale. He sends it down in low with some pressure. Down to 1 minute remaining in the power play. 9 minutes to go in period 2. Here comes Stojevski. Kick behind the net. Bauer is there, gets a drive off. Kuchaslo didn't see it. And it's cleared out to center. Panthers now 26 seconds remaining. That is Davenport in the power play. Bradburn. Paulette sent in. Kuchaslo steers into the corner to Brewer. Back down and out. With 9 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Davenport. That'll do it. Power play is expired. Paulette comes back in his own zone. We're back to 5-on-5. Sterling Ponick. He'll hold there. Coming to check is Bradburn. Sadownik looking to see if he can move the puck away. Officials say keep it going. And finally, Sadownik, although he coughed it up, shot, save, rebound, loose, save again. Secondary shot by Ryan Blackburn, and we get a whistle, stoppage and play. And it looks like a penalty against Drury. Sterling Ponick will go. It's a cross check, I believe. And that play right there was just the second shot of the period for Davenport. Into the box, Sadownik. 4 penalties, 8 minutes. This is power play number 4 for the Panthers.
Penalty to number 44, Grady Sterling Ponick. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 12:35.
Yeah, it was Ponick. I believe I said Sedownik, but Ponick is in. 44, not 22. Held in by Mikkola. Right out in front. Oh, save! Huge save by Kuchaslo as Ryder McMillan had a great chance. He just couldn't lift it up over the outstretched pad of the goaltender, Kuchaslo. He was right there. There it is, and what a huge save by Kuchaslo. Just get it up a half an inch more, and that's a goal. I'm going to kick Gale out. Sinclair will come in. Work it against Bauer. Panthers do win, though. Held into the point. Jamison St. Clair is able to clear it out to center. 1:25 remaining in the power play. 3-0 Drury. Cross-ice pass out in front, score! A quick pass, and Bauer gets the goal. Kind of caught Kuchaslo a little bit. This is a power play goal. It's 3-1 on the third goal for Bauer. That has quieted the crowd here. $13:20 the time of the goal.
Davenport goal, a power play goal, scored by number 15, Brendan Bauer. Assisted on the play by number 17, Peter Stoichevsky. Time of the power play goal, 13:18. Bauer from Stoichevsky at 13:18.
So a 3-1 game now. Cutting right down the middle was Bauer. Next goal important. Davenport gets it. We're back to a 1-goal game, and they almost did there. As Bradburn got a shot that Kuchaslo was able to just get it deflected away. Now here comes Davidson right out in front with a drive that missed wide. Chipped down and chased by Beaupre for Drury. Now to Kosick. Cleared by Tegan Newman. Line change for Drury. Shot comes in. Francis Young-Menard is there. Looks for some help. Gets it from Kosick. Far side again. Chipped out to center. Good play there by Newman. Drive in by Schneider is held on to by Kuchaslo. 4:55 remains in the period. Shots now 20-14. That favors the Panthers of Drury. That's the problem when you have Panthers facing Panthers. Puck cleared out to center. Here come Davenport. Down low, Kelly. Trying to work the puck through. Push over to the near side boards. Into the boards is Bauer. Behind to Kelly. Taken by the Panthers. Jamison is able to clear it out to center ice. Takes the hit for that too. Here's Ravenstein. Out of his own zone, Brewer. He's able to chop it down, and Brewer will line change. Jamison is there. Jamison with his stick held, Panthers asking for a penalty. It doesn't happen. Now Ravenstein behind the net. Panther was pulled down. That is Jamison. Penalty coming up. It's a tripping call. Going into the box will be the captain, Branwen Pollitt. He's pleading his case. One thing I've learned, not only by playing hockey, but being around it, is once you're called for a penalty, the only thing you can do is get more. So don't argue with that official. Power play number 3 for the Panthers. 3 penalties, 6 minutes against Drury.
Number 14, Branwen Pollitt, 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16:08. Pollitt, 2-minute minor for tripping at 16:08.
1:46 remaining with the man advantage for Drury. Ponick had it kicked out to center, and he'll have to chase. Giving up that chase was Jake Alton. Here's Grady's pass. Too far for Francis Young-Menard. Up top again, Sterling Ponick. He shoots in, it's blocked, save, rebound into the corner. Left side again, Sterling Ponick with a drive, it's blocked. Panthers do keep it, Beaupre. They'll work it down low. 1:05 remaining in the power play. Sterling Ponick with it. He looks up top. Gets it right side. 55 to go. 3-1 Panthers. Drive in. It's blocked. Goes to the corner and cleared. Now we got a player that has lost a skate blade, I believe. Finally making his way off the ice. I couldn't see who it was. We get a whistle, stoppage and play here. And I think it's because the blade is still on the ice. The officials want to get that off. .35 seconds remaining in the power play. Panthers do not win the draw. Cleared by Loudon and sent down. In his own zone for Lucas Sadownik. Sadownik, 2 assists versus Central Oklahoma back on September 5th. And we get a offside here. 20 seconds remains. 2:12 to go in the period. Panthers win. Garcha sends it in. Over to Davidson. Taken away from him by Jopi. Davidson keeps. Jopi with it. Can he clear? No. Panthers keep it in. Right side, Garcha. Power play for 3. To watch that guy coming out of the box. Here is a drive in by Walters. Save, and it is covered up. May have been blocked, and that's where we have Stojevski kind of reeling over a little bit from getting hit with that puck. He's going to have to be helped off. Hopefully just a stinger. Nothing too serious. .148 remains. We skate 5-on-5. Puck across the Panther line. Drive in, save Kuchaslo. And the shot by Paulette, we get a whistle, stoppage and play, net dislodged. Face off of the right of Kuchaslo, left as he looks at it. Shot in. Stojevski is turned aside by Kuchaslo. Out to center ice. Panthers could not connect with St. Clair. 1:20 to go in the period. Now to Brewer. Levi got a goal earlier. Young Menard, Brewer, Davidson, and then Bauer to make it 3-1. Young Menards and Bowers were both on the power play, so each team is 1-4 on the power play. Now McLaughlin checked by Ravenstein. Kelly and Bosher come in. Puck moves its way out to center. Here comes Beaupre. 44 seconds to go. Beaupre shoots. He hit the post. 33 seconds. Beaupre steals. Off of his skate, it's out to center. Now to Ravenstein. Sent down in. Panthers with a line change. 20 seconds remaining. Picked up by Gale. Sent back down to Davidson. 14 seconds. Beaupre with it. Now with 9. Beaupre shoots in. Save. Rebound. Loose. It's loose still. Drive. And it got deflected in front as Kosek with a chance. And a whistle with 3.6 to go. So we will do this for another 3.6 and head into period number 2, where we'll talk to the goaltender, Joe Kuchaslo. Drury with the final change here. Horiachka in to take the draw. Try to win it from Kelly. Horiachka does, but that'll do it for the period. Shots on goal. Well, let's hear the recap here.
Drury goal at the 2:48 mark. His third of the season, scored by number 4, Levi Brewer, assisted by number 18, Luke Aston. Drury again at the 3:30 mark. His first of the season, scored by number 39, Joe Davidson, assisted by number 8, Daniel Beaupre. Drury penalty at the 9:59 mark. 2-minute minor for roughing to Jamison St. Clair.
Well, while he talks about the penalties, we will let you know that after Davidson's goal at 2:30, then at 13:20 on the power play, Bauer, his third. The assist went to Stojevski to make it 3-1. Shots on goal in the period, as you see, 7 on Kuchaslo, 2-period total of 16, 11 on Loudon, and a 2-period total of 22. 3-1 is your score right now. Power plays, the Panthers, they are 1 for 3 on the power play, 4 penalties, 8 minutes, and 1 for 4 are the Panthers of Davenport. They have been assessed 3 penalties, 6 minutes. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Joe Kuchaslo, goaltender for the Drury Panthers, in just a moment. Drury leads by 2 after 20.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Steve Casson now talking with Joseph Kuchazlo, or Joe as he likes to be known. So we'll call you Joe. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing well. Just got off the ice from practice, feeling good. Ready to go for the weekend?
Absolutely. Now, you, of course, have kind of, I want to say morphed, but maybe so, morphed kind of into the number one goaltender right now. How does it feel knowing that, you potentially 90% of the time you're getting that start right now?
Well, it just goes back to our team having confidence in me and working together. Like our D make it real easy for me, so it's just it's been easy, and I just kind of tried to make the most of my opportunities. Last year coming in as a freshman, I tried to make as much as I could out of each game and just take it game by game. I'm not really thinking about that far in the future here, so hopefully we can kind of keep it rolling and keep on keeping on, as you say.
Last season, 16-2 in 19 games, 2.0 goals against average, .931 save percentage. Phenomenal numbers, and obviously Drury had a great year last year. When I say, I don't want to say it was easy, that's not the word I mean, but if you look at the numbers, you kind of think, oh, that was pretty easy. But describe to everybody what it was like to play the season last year and have such impressive numbers.
Well, last year was pretty different. So last year was a whole new group of guys coming together. Nobody really had played with one another. Like, I'd only played with just Luke Aston on the same team. The other guys I just played against, and it was definitely a gel. We had to gel a lot more last year, and I just noticed a difference coming into this year where we played with one another. We know how each other play, and we only have 5 or 6, 7 new guys coming in.
Yeah.
Where to kind of plug some holes a little bit. Whereas last year it was, it's definitely been a bit more of a challenge last year. Our strength of schedule this year is a lot better, but last year was definitely a learning year, I think, for a lot of our guys, because first college games kind of coming in, and I think a lot of guys learned a lot from that, and then taking it into this year as a sophomore, and a lot of sophomores this year obviously on our team, so a lot of guys know what it's like to play a full college season, and I think last year, as for the challenge, was more so not the strength of schedule, more so the coming together and learning to play together as a team.
Yeah, it seems like last year that happened very quickly, and this year, even coming in at 6-0, it seems like it's coming very quickly too. And you played a couple of really good teams in UCO and University of Mary. Louisville up there too, but at the same time, this is a team, like you say, that has just a couple of turnover players from last year, new guys that have come on. So what is the attitude of this hockey club now compared to last year?
I think the attitude is, we expect more of ourselves because of the caliber of hockey that we're going to be playing this year. So we expect the same results against harder teams. So that comes down to, our opponents obviously bringing more for us, more tests, stronger, bigger teams, higher ranked teams. It's really a good test for us, and I think it's gonna reflect that in nationals, especially because we're gonna know how to play these really solid teams. And I think just the attitude is just how together we've been. Like everyone kind of knows how we play now. We don't have to kind of guess how our teammates are gonna play. We kind of built that chemistry, and as our college careers kind of progress, I think it's only going to get better. We're only going to gel more, and I think it's just going to make things easier for us.
Joe Kuchazlo, goaltender of the Drury Panthers. Now, you mentioned the term "everybody knows how you play." Now, that works both sides. It works on the team, so the team kind of knows what each other does. But do you wonder if the opponents are going to start to know the way the Drury Panthers are? Granted, yes, they are new opponents this year, but I'm sure people watch games and they study up. So, do you guys take any of that into consideration, or is it just, hey, we're playing systems like Coach says?
I think it's more so a lot of the games that we're going to play this year are going to be more so on us. So we're going to decide whether or not we want it and whether or not we, sorry, I just got a phone call.
That's okay.
Whether or not we, we want to stick to the game plan and we know what we're doing. So I think it's just going to come down to, us wanting it, us working together as a team, and it's just, I think if we can do that and stay together as a big unit, then we're going to have a lot of success this year.
Speaking of staying together, it's the same goaltending crew, Josh Robbins and Brett Sweet. So what do you guys do to challenge each other or in practice or in games? I mean, how do you guys help each other?
I mean, I think a lot of it is communication. Like, I know Sweeter in particular, I sit beside him in the room and I can just come up to him and ask him, just be like, what did you see? Well, if I get scored on or whatever, what did you see on that goal? Like I don't feel, like scared to go up and talk to the guy, especially if I need a little bit of extra help. And also it comes down to our coaches, like our coaches knowing that knowing what they want out of me, obviously, and I can always go up to them and ask whatever I need to. So if I need any more information from them, they can. They're pretty much an open door as well. So, but yeah, as for the goaltending, I love playing with both my goalie partners, and yeah, it's been a fun time this year so far.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and then you can get it out of your mind. But Coach, I'm just going to say Coach because I don't want to reveal who it was, thinks you're one of the best goaltenders in the league.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
It feels pretty good to be trusted that much by our coaching staff. So that's good. That's good to hear, actually.
Well, and right now you're proving it career high. You stopped 40 of 41 shots, a 5-2 victory over Iowa State last December. You remember that game?
Was that in Iowa or at Drury?
That is a good question. I don't know. I didn't put it down on my stats, but
I do remember going to Iowa and I remember playing them here. So I remember playing both games and decent opponent, but definitely one that we sort of expected to win. But when you go up against a team like that, you just kind of focus on playing your own game and like staying with your fundamentals and sticking to what makes you successful. So.
Joe Kachaslow of the Drury Panthers, have you always wanted to play goalie?
Sort of, yeah. Because when I was a kid, I used to play player, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like I was good enough to play on the like when you're a little kid, you want to play on the competitive team, like the A team, right? So I wasn't good enough player to play on the A team. So I think if I wanted to play A, I wanted with my friends, I had to be goalie. So ended up being pretty half decent at it, I guess, and then it's kind of led me here. So,
well, I'm a goalie myself, and I'll admit that I just wanted to be center of attention.
It does feel kind of good. You're kind of on an island out there, though. So if you screw up, it's definitely a little difficult to get over.
Absolutely. And the key too is back then when you were younger, you almost pretty much played every game because nobody really wanted to be goalie. So you were it. You played every game instead of, okay, am I going to play today? Am I going to get cut today? Or, what have you.
Yeah.
Obviously now it's different with 3 goaltenders, but still.
No, definitely. You're definitely on an island out there, especially if you screw up. It's not hard. It's a little easier to hide as a forward or a D-man, because you got 6 or 12 forwards or whatever, right? But there's only one goalie on the ice, so if you let in a bad goal, everyone knows, goalie let in a bad goal, goalie's having a bad game. So
yep.
It's definitely isolating for sure, but it's part of the joy of being a goalie.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten?
For goaltending?
For goaltending.
I'd say just don't let anyone inside your game. So your game, you know what makes you successful. Obviously I've gotten to this point. I must be doing something right if I'm playing college hockey, right? I'm down here, so I think it's just knowing what makes yourself successful, knowing what you do is working, even if you might have a bad game every once in a while, right? Like I'm not perfect, right? But I think it's just going back to being consistent, being yourself, right? So don't let anyone change your game too much, and keep going.
Spoke with Grady Sterling Ponick earlier. He told me in practice that you're a pretty good chirper.
I mean, I like to get in the mix a little bit sometimes with the guys, but I think the guys know it's all jokes. So a lot of the guys don't even hear my chirps because I'm saying it under my breath, or I just kind of get frustrated. But no goalie likes getting scored on in practice, right?
Sure.
It's just the worst. But yeah, I sometimes I get a little frustrated. Sometimes I get a little animated. But it's all in good fun. It's all in competitive spirit, and we leave it on the ice. So
now, do you do it during the game to the opponent?
No, I don't really do it that much. The only time I ever really do that is if someone's getting in my grill, someone's really poking the bear. But at the same time, it's kind of, I don't really want to let them affect my game, right? So that's kind of my mindset when it comes to that.
You have any brothers or sisters?
Just my sister. I have one sister back home.
How old is she? Is she older than you? Or?
She's 3 years younger than me, so she's 19.
She play hockey at all?
No, she doesn't. She's not a sports person. She likes to ride horses though, but
there you go.
No sports for her. So she's always come. She always hated coming to my hockey games. But,
she hated coming to them.
She didn't like coming to the hockey games.
Too cold, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. You'd have to ask her, but yeah, she didn't like coming when I was a little kid, and the long drive coming to watch me play hockey, and then the long drive home.
Okay.
It was kind of she didn't really, how it is.
Now,
right?
if it was horses, that'd be a different
story.
story.
It'd be a different story if it was going to ride horses. But no,
okay, understood.
Yeah.
You're a sophomore, so what do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, I've been thinking a lot, and I know my goal is to end up down here in the U.S., but I think I'm a business major, but I'm looking at being a CPA. I think that's a good profession, kind of in-demand profession down here, and I really enjoy handling people's money. So that or wealth management. I really like the whole finance world. So I'm looking
there you go.
Yeah.
And you do want to stay in the U.S. is what you're saying?
Yeah, I do. I really have enjoyed my time down here so far. So I do see myself doing that. But at the same time, I love to keep all my options open, right? And if back home looks better, back home looks better. But as of right now, yeah, I think a lot of it, a lot of opportunity down here for sure. And it's just something that I've had my eye on a lot and my mind on a little bit. So I think it's definitely something we could.
Now
look at in the future.
You're from Mission, British Columbia. How far from Vancouver is that?
I guess an hour and a half to downtown.
Okay.
So it's more inland from the ocean.
Okay.
So an hour and a half inland from the ocean, and it's Vancouver is a pretty massive city, obviously, compared to being down here in Springfield.
Sure.
So I don't mind the smaller city feel.
I'd say culture shock probably here.
A little bit. It's nice not to sit in traffic all the time. So.
Is there a food here that you've experienced that you're thinking, they don't have this in Canada?
Oh, Andy's frozen custard for sure. That's that's the best. That's where it's at. No, we don't. There's nothing like that back home. I mean, we got Dairy Queen, but that's about it. That's as close as you'll get. So, Andy's is top tier, I'd say.
Well, that is good to know. I mean, half the time, I assume that the players go there a lot. It's right close
right
to
down
campus.
the corner. Yeah, it's right around the corner. So a lot of the guys will go after practice. The boys will just be like, "Yeah, Andy's tonight. Sounds good."
There you go. You know what else sounds good? As we're talking with Joe Kuchaslo, is goals. In this case, you're a goaltender, so no more goals. I always wish players more goals at the end of interview, but this time, no more goals.
Thank you. Thank
you
very much.
Hey, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
No, I really appreciate you too.
That's Joe Kuchaslo, goaltender for the Drury Panthers. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up. Well, unfortunately, that break is not going to happen as we are just about to get into period number 3. A 3-1 lead for the Drury Panthers as they skate left to right. Davenport from right to left, and quickly it is Drury with possession. Sent down in low by Lucas Adownik. He'll work it behind the net. Reversed into the corner to Johnston. Off of his stick, flipped off the boards and sent down where it's chased by Tabor Gutchek. Centered right up the middle, and a save by Loudon. He'll hold on. Just 21 seconds in. Period number 3. Had a brief chance to talk to Paul Loudon, athletic director over at Drury, former Division I coach. Asked him to come on during the game, and he says, I'm watching the game. Not a problem. We'll figure something out. Half boards. Sent by Matthew Johnston over to the far side. It does get shifted out to center ice, and the Panthers back of their own zone again for Ponick. Grady Sterling Ponick. Now Drury across the line. Offside. Far wing, Devin Jameson in a little bit too soon. So with 19:02, face-off will come just outside the Davenport Panther line. Jopi, he's able to clear. Sent down for Drury. Taken by Russell Kosick. Looking for his first goal. Puck is stolen. Driven behind the net. A wraparound out in front, and the puck doesn't connect. Net gets dislodged, but play continues. Referee puts the net back. Here's Garcha with a drive off the glove of Loudon. Net all set, and we get a whistle. Penalty. It's a high stick. And Jopi is asking why. There it is right there. Yes, inadvertent. High stick. So penalties even up, 4 for 8 minutes. Power play number 4 for the Panthers.
Davenport penalty to number 77, Dylan Jopi. 2-minute minor for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 1:28.
So the Panthers are on the power play. 1:44 remains. Drop back to Garcha. They get it across the line. Drop down in low. Garcha steps in front of Paulett. Half boards now. Sent by Boucher. Getting dumped in front was Garcha. Officials say play on, so we do. Now on the ice was Jake Alton. He's able to move it but not clear. Panthers keep it. Power play for 1:13. Over to Garcha, right side. Drop down below the line to Johnston. He gets it to Sadownik up top. Oh, what a block inadvertently by Johnston on the initial shot by Davidson. I thought maybe it was Loudon that got a blocker on it, but it wasn't. Panthers, though, keep it in. Power play for 42 seconds. Nice play. Drive up top, missed. The rebound out in front. Great save. The initial shot was missed by Aston. The rebound in front by Beaupre. It now, as it goes off of the stick of Young Menard, gets funneled through and cleared out to center. 22 seconds remaining in the power play. Here come the Panthers. 12 seconds. Aston had the puck taken away. It is cleared. Line change for Davenport. Drury quickly with Beaupre. 1 second to go. We're back to 5-on-5. Beaupre. He gets a shot off. Pad save. Loudon rebound. Makes its way through. Comes out to center. As Young Menard had the right idea, but nobody there for Drury. Bauer had it. Rolls all the way around. Taken by Jopi. Cross the line into the Drury end of the ice. Past the half boards, out to center, delayed offside for Davenport. Here come the Panthers of Drury. Across the line. Here's Truchon, drive, oh, what a save. Amazing save. The rebound in front, they score! Ravenstein will get the goal after an unbelievable save by Loudon. So the Panthers capitalize. There's the huge pad save on the spin around, but nobody out in front. And the Panthers take a 4-1 lead here in the third period. 4:15 the time of the goal.
Panthers goal, his third of the season, scored by number 6, Lucas Ravenstein. Assisted on the play by number 21, Nolan Boucher. Time of the goal, 4:15. Ravenstein, his third of the year from Boucher at 4:15.
A 4-1 lead for Drury. And that's the way it usually goes in hockey. Goaltender makes a phenomenal save, and then it's a goal. Panthers coming again. Here, nice move out in front, Kosek, and he missed it. Taken by Kosek again. Panthers, who are, I guess you can argue, 98.5% Canadian. I have to figure out the percentage, but all but 2 players come from Canada. A lot of them have played together in the KIJHL. 14:30 to go in the period. Coming off the ice is Paulett. On now is Jopi. Here come the Panthers. They have a 2-on-2. Across the line, for getting the puck, though, was Johnston. Panthers had it for a moment, but it's past Sadownik. And Drury will set it up. These same 2 teams tomorrow will have it for you, 6 p.m. Central. Don't forget to join us. And offside as the puck came across the line. Brewer not able to hold it in. 14:01 remains in a 4-1 lead for Drury. I'm Steve Casson along with Scott Lutzke, who keeps us on the air from a couple hours away. And Jayla Hunter doing great camera work for us. Scott has done the math for me. Okay, so he said it's 95.29 Canadian or 92.59. So I guess if you're Canadian, it's 95%. And if you're in America, it's 92%. Now he tells me don't listen to him. Puck across the line into the Davenport zone. Yeah, I'm not quick on math. I could figure it out. Puck sent all the way down. Basically, 2 out of 25 on the roster. Drive comes in. Loudon fights his way through Horiachka, who is in the crease. Now with it again is Tyson. Near side. Makes its way out. Grabbed by McLaughlin. You know the old joke, if it's Canadian, you double it and add 20. Here comes make that Anmal Garcha with a drive, save, rebound. Aston is there after Loudon made the save with his glove. Now Jopi, lead pass. Connects with Anthony Kaufman. Off of his stick. Had a break in front, but the Panthers double up on him. Taken away. Drury still in their own zone. Far side boards. Flipped in on. 11:54 to go in this period. Paulette. Pass to Kaufman. Drive missing wide by Mikkola. Lucas Sadownik, 7 goals, 26 assists in his career for the Panthers. Now lead to Beaupre. He gets pushed off the play by Mikkola. Here comes Davenport. Fenlon. Panthers have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Now a 3-on-1. Across the line, here is Newman. Right side drive and hit the post. Combination where the post and the crossbar meet. On Beaupre's shot, we come the other way. Speaking of shots, 28-17 in favor of the Panthers. And they have a 4-1 lead. Ravenstein with a drive, blocked out in front. Newman with a backhander. Ravenstein again and a save, Loudon. Here's a shot. Loudon makes the save on the drive by Brewer. Now another drive, Ravenstein, and this one is covered up by Kyler Loudon. He'll hold on. Loudon's career high in shots. He stopped 44 of 49 in a 5-2 loss to Calvin back on February 3rd of 24. So that is his career high. And right now he's faced 30. Far side to Gutschik. At the half boards now, near side boards. Truchon trying to kick it through. Dug out, and Paulette will have it. Bland to chase, away from him, and the Panthers of Drury will give it up to the Panthers of Davenport. Drury with again. Here's Tegan Newman. Now a pass from Kosick. Across the line. Kosick to Jamison. Back down to Kosick. Pushing his way through is Gutschik. Now to Walters as they cycle through. Here's Bauer. Too far for McLaughlin. Drury in their own, they're in front of their own bench, that is. Now they bring it across the line. Into the zone. Here's some room. Shot kind of passed by young Menard. Went off the stick of Devin Jamison. Panthers keep it in. Walters in front and spinning around, missing was Johnston. All sorts of pressure by Drury as they go offside here, though. 8:34 remains. Goals, first period, 13:45 power play. Young Menard is second. Assist to Sterling Ponick and Aston to make it 1-0. 2:48 at the second. Brewer his third. Aston with the assist, 2-0. 3:30 of the third, 42 seconds later. Davidson is first. Beaupre, it's 3-0. And then on the power play in the second for Davenport, Bauer, the assist goes to Stojevski. And then Drury comes back with Ravenstein, his third. Bosher, the assist, 4-1. That at 4:15 of the third. And right now, Davenport being outshot 9-1. And the Panthers score here as Horiachka will get the goal. It is 5-1 Drury. So Tyson Horiachka will get his third of the season. This one at 11:57.
Oh, his third of the season, score by number 14, Tyson Horiachka! Assisted on the play by number 88, Anmol Garcha! And number 44, Grady Sterling Ponick. Time of the goal, 11:57. Horiachka, his third of the season from Garcha and Sterling Ponick.
So the Panthers with a 5-1 lead now. And here they come. Beaupre has some room. Beaupre waits. They catch up to the Panthers of Drury, and a shot goes wide. Gale was right in front. Now young Menard takes his man, that's Stojevski, into the boards behind the net. 7:07 remains. Just 17 shots put on the Panthers goaltender and Joseph Kuchaslo. He's looking to go 6-0 on the season. The only other goaltender that has played for the Panthers is Brett Sweet. He won against UCO September 6th, 6-2 victory, stopped 15 of 17. Now Paulette has a goal this season against Norwood on September 20th. His career high, 12 goals, 20 assists, 63 games. That's actually his career stats, not his career high. Down to 6:04 remaining. At the line, Nicola breaks it up. So down it can't clear. Puck gets deflected up into the netting. 5:46 to go in the period. Panthers now have a comfortable 5-1 lead. Kuchaslo slides across to make the save on Fenland's drive. Panthers now out of their own zone. Left to right, across, it'll go to Jamison. Jamison's pass broken up. Panthers keep. Drive that gets deflected up and out of play after the shot by Johnston. Have to get another puck. That one went out of play. Souvenir for the fans. 5:25 to go in the period. And we did get a whistle, stoppage in play. False face-off, we'll do it again. Logan Martinelli off to take the draw. Davenport with control after the draw win. Martinelli can't clear. Sadownik keeps it in for the Panthers. Penalty coming up. Martinelli with a hold, and Sadownik draws a penalty. Power play for Drury. Power play number 5 for Drury. There you see it just almost in camera range. So Drury, 1 for 4 with the man advantage, hoping to get another one here. There's a blast in, save by Loudon on the shot from the left side by Francis Young-Menard. He gets it again. This time he'll send it through. Aston off the boards, gets it around the check of Bradburn. Now Alton, he'll chase for Davenport. Work to Beaupre. Here's Aston up top. Young Menard waits. Young Menard still with it. And stoppage in play as some of the equipment came off of Loudon. He was yelling to the official to stop play, partially because I believe a Panther ran through the crease. Face off as Loudon finishes talking to the official. That's Mark Marzola. Puck is cleared out to center. 1:13 remaining in the power play for Drury. 4:20 to go in the period. Panthers drop back, everybody stays, and now they come into the zone. Does Garcha. Off the boards to Sedownik. Left side to KT Walters, and the puck comes out to center ice. Walters wore 9 last season. He's wearing 19 this season. Now Panthers in the zone. Down in low, shovel pass, score! Bar down for Joe Davidson. You could argue that his first goal and his second goal were similar. What a play there. Second goal of the season for Davidson. This one is a power play goal. The Panthers are 2 for 5 with the man advantage. What gets the call?
A power play goal! Scored by number 39, Joe Davidson! Assisted on the play by number 88, Anmol Garcha, and number 29, Matthew Johnston. Time of the goal, 16-13. Davidson, his second of the game and second of the season, a power play goal, assisted by Garcha and Johnston at
16-13 is that time of the goal. The Panthers have a 6-1 lead now. 3:13 to go. The only goal for Davenport, and they really made it look pretty, was Bauer's power play goal as he got the puck and one swoop went tweeners between Kuchaslo. That in the second period on the power play at 13:20. Stojevski got the assist. Puck cleared back down. Icing is the call. .249 to go in the period. Face off to the right of Kuchaslo. Left as you see it. Holding onto the puck is Newman. He's double teamed. Dug out by Stojevski. Right out in front, Kuchaslo is there. We get a whistle, stoppage and play. And I think we are going to get penalties. Looks like we are. Just Drury, I believe. Roughing is the call. So just one penalty, power play number 5 now. So into the box, Nolan Bosher.
.21, Nolan Bosher. 2-minute minor for roughing. Time of the penalty, 17:29. Bosher, 2-minute minor for roughing at 17:29.
So a power play for Davenport. Trying to get a little closer here as a drive comes in that gets deflected up and out of play. Stojevski with that. Once again, a face-off to the right of the goaltender, Kuchaslo. 1:36 remains. Gutchik to Stojevski behind the net. Broken up by the Panthers, kept in. Drive in, save Kuchaslo on the shot from the left side by Tabor Gutchik. Line change for both. So nobody on Davenport has any streaks that are in danger as we get a whistle. Net dislodged once again. But do we get penalties here? Apparently not. So play will continue. In for the Panthers to take the draw on Newman. Tries to win it from Bradburn. Far side boards, Panthers. 1:43 remaining in the period. 1:08 to go on the power play. It's starting to become like baseball, or basketball actually. Takes 2 hours to play the last minute and a half. Here's a drive in, and they score. Bradburn will get the goal. And it is a power play goal. So they are 2 for 5 with the man advantage. Bradburn is able to get it low along the right side.
Davenport goal, a power play goal, scored by number 6, Noah Bradburn. The goal is unassisted. Time of the goal, 18:33. Bradburn, a power play goal, unassisted at 18:33.
So for Bradburn, that is his first goal of the season and his first point for the senior out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's now a 6-2 game, 1:13 to go. Harrison Follett, he'll drop it down. Panthers return the favor. They come the other way. Less than a minute to go in the third. Johnston with a drive, save, rebound. Puck would have been played with a high stick. Nothing doing there. It was touched by Davenport. Shot in, missing wide. Trying to get in front of it was Jamison on the drive from Ravenstein. Now Ravenstein again, far side boards. Puck comes down low. Martinelli chases. He'll clear it for Davenport all the way down. No icing as Garcha comes in. Davenport again. Checked off the play by Garcha was McMillan. Now across the line, Mikola drive in. On the doorstep was McMillan. 6.5 to go. Face off to the left of Kuchaslo. Again, these same two teams tomorrow. 6 p.m. Central. That should do it for the third. The Drury Panthers improved to 6, make that 7-0. Joseph Kuchaslo, the goaltender, improves to 6-0. Take a look at the shots. 8 shots on Kuchaslo, 3-period total of 24. 13 on Loudon, 3-period total of 35. 3 goals in the third period for Drury, just 1 for Davenport. Again, both teams 2 for 5 on the power play. 5 penalties, 10 minutes for each. Again, goals, Young Menard, power play in the first. Brewer in the second. Davidson in the third. 42 seconds later, 3-0. Bauer with a power play at 13:20, makes it 3-1. And then it is Ravenstein, even strength, 4:15 of the third. Horiachka, his third at 11:57. It's 5-1. 6-1 when Davidson gets a power play goal at 16:13. And then at 18:33, Bradburn with his first. Let's head on down to Kevin Klein.
Smoothie King, player of the game. 2 big goals for number 39, Joey D. Joe Davidson. What's up, brother?
Not much. It's good to be back home.
Good to have you back home, and good to have you on the scorer's sheet for this year. Your first and second goals of the season. What was clicking for you tonight?
I just think it was a confidence thing. It's good to confidence thing. I think it's just good to get out there and get some opportunity. All it takes is one, and then let the rest come.
How was that 15-hour bus ride up and back?
It was a lot. It was some pretty good memories, some funny stories, and not a lot of sleep.
Tell me about this team that you played tonight in Davenport. They look pretty physical.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, we played them last year. I think 2 tight games in Davenport. But yeah, it's good. I think we've got a much better team this year, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But
well, we saw how it went tonight. 2 goals for number 39, your Smoothie King player of the game, Joe Davidson.
There you go. So once again, these same 2 teams tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll have it for you as you take a look at the final scores. But what our broadcast remainder of the schedule will look like in September. Again, just a game tomorrow, the Panthers and the Panthers. And Scott, if we can see October. And on October 3rd and 4th, Division 3 and Division 1 for Missouri State. They will be in. Then another Panther weekend on the 10th and 11th. The following weekend is Missouri State once again back with the Division 3 playing Arkansas, and Arizona State coming in to play Missouri State. The 21st, 22nd, we are all off. Yay, no games. That's a big high school tournament coming in that weekend. So all teams will either be off or out of town. And then we finish up with the Panthers and Midland Warriors on the 31st, Halloween, and November 1st. That is going to do it for us here at Brightspeed Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena, as the Drury Panthers win by a count of 6-2, and they pulled it out in good fashion. 2 goals, 42 seconds apart in the second period. These same 2 teams tomorrow, 6 p.m. Don't forget to tune in. It will be a lot of fun. My big thanks to Scott Lutzke, who keeps us on the air from a couple hours away, and Jayla Hunter with great camera work here tonight. I'm Steve Cass, and thanks for joining us once again on the strength of 2 power play goals and 2 goals in 42 seconds. A big 6-2 win for the Drury Panthers. Until tomorrow, have a good night, everyone.